Welcome to episode 6 of From the Floor to Fintech. This is the number one unscripted channel that talks about everything to do with fintech, how to gain entry into the fintech space from the non-traditional fintech ecosystem or roles into getting the fintech space. So without taking any 2 or 3 minutes out of your way, I'll go deep down and strike the hot while it's still hot. Today I'll be speaking about what really happened in the African Tech Summit in Nairobi, which happened the last 2-3 days ago. It was an interesting and fantastic channel that really had a lot of people talking, had a lot of people speculating in terms talking and speculating in terms of what is next for the African space. Without any doubts or without any being bored, I'll tell you for a fact, Africa has always been ready for AI. Africa has always been ready for technological transformation when it comes to payment rail, lending, and embedded payment. And the future, as I've always said, the future is no longer just payment. The future is no longer payment only. The future is embedded payment. How can you stitch additional service on top of payment to make it more sticky for your customers, more sticky for your users, and make your company have a larger and a broader impact in the fintech space? More interesting things, I'll also talk about the African Fintech Summit that just ended in Nairobi recently. There are a number of powerful companies that actually joined into the space to just discuss what they're offering into the market. If you're looking into the market space of Africa, from mobile money, carrier billing, SMS connectivity, banking integration, telecom connectivity, bill payments, name it, including remittance. We were highly powered with a number of fintech from Pagi Limited from the United Kingdom. We had PowerPay, we had WapiPay, we had M-Pesa, of course. We had the likes of Google, Microsoft, just championing the very legendary stories in terms of how they're able to transform the fintech space from what they're doing currently in terms of remittance, send now and pay later. When it comes to remittance, that's actually a very new technology being launched by some of the very innovative African fintech, including LemFi. They're also doing the same thing. Something also more interesting is that they're not only doing remittance, they're also going ahead to enable stablecoin currencies off and on-ramp and off-ramp conversion of currencies. That's also happening spectacularly in Africa. Something that you need to know as well, Africa is one of the largest consumers of bitcoins and even usage of cryptocurrencies across the world. The largest countries in this space, on African space, actually include South Africa, followed by Nigeria and Kenya, among very many other countries that actually spearhead and champion the usage of cryptocurrency. And something else that maybe is of interest to mention here as well is what we can actually use that fintech or maybe the technological space to really empower and grow what you're actually building in that space. So as I've always said, tell a friend that this is the space that you need to be in at any given time, be able to connect and just make merry on anything that does fintech. As I've always said, share to any co-founder, any product manager, any SDR, any BDR who are looking out to grow into the fintech space, and you can connect. And as I've always said, this is your host for the most, From the Floor to Fintech. This is episode 6. See you in episode 7, and looking forward to your questions. Adios.